time to lose the left-right, liberal, conservative, Labour, Tory, socialist, capitalist, political ideology that you attach yourself to, because they are complete and total bullshit labels based on a false duality that was manufactured for you to pick a side to believe in, so it wouldn't affect the overall power structure that lies behind everything. It means nothing. If you look behind all the political parties in the West and the East, you'll see the same thing. Bankers, military, global financiers, big corporate interests, bioagricultural companies, biotech companies, big pharma. They control both political parties. Doesn't matter who you vote for, in the end you always get a politician. And a politician is just a puppet, an actor. And yet people still don't see it. When Obama was elected president of the United States, you think that Jesus had come down from heaven to save the world. Now, I've nothing against Obama. I actually think he comes across as a pretty likable guy. He's a tremendous public speaker. I think he kind of knows that he's just playing a role. For all the thing about change and hope and all this stuff, Patriot Act, which is an appalling piece of legislative fascism, which treats Americans terribly, hasn't really been changed. Guantanamo is still open, and he's increased the numbers of troops in the Middle East. So where's the change? And he's still working for the same big banks and investment houses that worked for Bush, or had Bush working for them. So please stop this. Will you please stop buying into labels? Will you please stop buying into, oh, I'm a liberal, I'm a conservative. Even if, try to think of yourself as a human being. Like, looking at it this way, right? Some things I'm quite liberal or left-wing about. Things like, public health care. I think universal health care should be given to everyone. I think that gay people should be allowed civil partnership with the same rights as heterosexual couples. And I believe that corporate criminals, white-collar criminals, should be basically just rounded up and put into gulags as soon as they've been found guilty in a fair trial. And then I'm quite right-wing about things like crime. I think everyone has the right to defend their home if somebody comes in after to endanger their family. I don't believe in the death penalty because too many innocent people will get it. So I believe in tremendously long prison sentences for serious vicious criminals. And I believe that children should be protected and not be pushed into adulthood so quickly and sexualized so quickly like they are today. I basically think that any parent who allows a child under the age of 10 to watch a program like Family Guy, or any kind of show that has that's inappropriate for children, I think they're basically committing child abuse because they're destroying the psychological sovereignty of that child. I think that, so it's complicated. Life is complicated. So stop being left-wing, stop being right-wing, start thinking for yourself. Politicians are salesmen, they're puppets, they're there to give you a false belief that your vote means something. Democracy in the West in its present form means absolutely nothing. You're voting for a label. It's Coke or Pepsi, Burger King or McDonald's. That's all you're voting for, okay? So when I've actually given up on voting in Ireland because of the last Lisbon vote. I voted no to the Lisbon Treaty in the first vote, and then the politicians came back and says, "Oh no! In the name of democracy, you have to vote again, and this time get the right vote." So I voted no again, and the majority vote passed. But I don't usually think that votes are rigged, but I do have this, this underlying nagging thing that the Lisbon Treaty vote, the second Lisbon Treaty vote in Ireland, was rigged, especially as these smug, psychopathic smiles that were on the faces of many Irish politicians the day before the vote counting, as if they already knew, and they were actually making statements like, "Oh, we'll definitely get it this time," and I find that extremely disturbing. I probably will vote in local elections, because I think in most countries, in most democracies, you can make a difference in a local election. So I will vote in local elections, but it'll be for independent candidates. It won't be for any party affiliated candidate. No political party is any good. They're all rubbish. In Ireland, we got the Green Party came in power here, and it was supposed to be the beginning of a new era, and they were absolutely pathetic beyond words. Their policy was either a mixture of the backing up the right wing agenda of the majority government, the majority party in government that they went in with a coalition, as well as their fruity, stupid armchair platitudes towards environmentalism, like banning 100-watt light bulbs, which, funny enough, are still in the stores. I don't get how they were banned, but yeah, I can still buy them. But it's just bullshit, and Ireland's neutrality was totally thrown out the window. We're basically a part of NATO in all but name now, thanks to the EU and the Lisbon Treaty, and so it's a joke. So please stop this. You're not a liberal. You're not a conservative. You're a human being thinking in terms of being human. Okay.